guys, welcome back to my channel and happy Collectionmas. Yes, I am participating in Collectionmas this year. Last year I did Vlogmas and it really didn't get a lot of traction, so I'm gonna try something a little bit different this year on the channel. I saw that Meredith and a few other people in the Luxe community last year did Collectionmas, and I'm hoping that it's a success this year. So let's hop straight into it. But first, I am Wil Mikahson. I do videos on luxury, fashion, lifestyle, and travel. If any of that interests you, I would love for you to consider joining our family here. You can do so by clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified every single time I load a new video. So I was thinking, what better way to start off Collectionmas in the winter season than with a video talking about things that are warm and cozy, like scarves. Now, I do have a lot of scarves in this video, but I am going to, just for nostalgic purposes, I'm gonna pop in a couple of hats and also a pair of gloves. Taking it back to the Y2K, I have this Coach visor and Coach, some people call them paperboy hats, pageboy hats, newsboy hats, driving caps. I have this, and this was all the rave. Coach was all the rave back in the early 2000s. I believe I got these in like 2001-ish, 2000. Wore the hell out of these, but they really surprisingly do not show any wear. Both of these are in a size small. I do love that the patina on the visor held up really well. It's very even. Also on the inside here where it says Coach Leather, established 1941, that leather tab has patinaed really well. Also, I do not wear these. I have not picked them up probably in 20 years. If I can find some pictures of me rocking these back in the day, I will insert them. I doubt it though, but I, for some reason, cannot seem to let them go. But I wanted to kick off the video with a little bit of Y2K nostalgia. And keeping up with the visor and paperboy hat trend, I did get this when I moved on to Burberry a couple years later, and this visor has been through it. It's dirty, it's dingy. I believe I used to take this to the dry cleaners to get cleaned and have not taken it since. Where the Coach visor was a small, this one is a one size fit all because it does have, or it used to have, a little give right there in the back. This thing has been to Nantucket, the Hamptons, Fire Island. It's been everywhere. And now it's just been in the drawer. Whereas this one, on the other hand, I have worn it heavily for 20 years to present date. I wore it last weekend, a couple weekends before that. I'll probably wear it this weekend. It is just my go-to. I wish that they made more variations of this. I also wish, this one doesn't snap close. This one is stitched closed, but it's fine, it works. But I do wish that it had a little snap closure. And again, I just wish that they made more of these, like with like the different types of the Burberry checks that they've come out with over the years. And I'm sure that they have, I've just missed them. But this particular style of check, this color tan, the width of the check is my favorite that I think that they've ever done. Going back to Coach, again, Y2K, I believe that I picked these up in early 2000s, maybe late 1999, but this is when they were really doing amazing things with their scarves. I picked this one up initially because the color definitely resonated with the Coach colors, and so I picked that up for that reason. Wore this one heavily wore this one. Not a sign of use, no pilling, no fraying, no nicks, nothing. And I promise you, I wore this a ton, probably for like 10 years straight. Wore this, loved it. And I picked this one up. Red is not one of my favorite colors at all. I do not know why I picked this up. It spoke to me for some reason, and I actually have worn it. There's been times I've worn all black, and I'll just throw this on for a pop of color, and it works. This one has micro pilling on it, which I don't know why, because I definitely did not wear this one more than I wore the brown one, but it's in really good condition. Sometimes preparing for this video, looking at all the things that I've amassed over the years and the things that came out in the late 90s and early 2000s, the quality was really good, and you just don't see quality like that anymore. But yes, so this is my red with burgundy stripe Coach scarf, and both of these scarves are made of 100% wool. Moving on to my first luxury, if you will, scarf. This is a Fendi mini Zuka scarf that I got from Century 21. I can't remember if it was the New York City location or the Morristown, New Jersey location, but you guys remember back in the day, Century 21. I purchased so many Versace things, Fendi things, from Saint Laurent things, which we'll get into, from Century 21, and they just never failed. So when they left, I was mortified. Then now they came back, and I think it's a flop. But this was my first Fendi scarf and my first like luxury scarf. I believe this back in the day was like $69, $59. This I wore a lot. This is probably my second most worn scarf in this video. A lot of nicks, a lot of snags, but overall in really, really good condition. This also is 100% wool. It's not itchy wool, it's really soft, and got a lot of compliments about it over the years. Just a really, really good quality scarf. This, probably my most worn out of all my scarves. I will never forget the year. It was like 2004. I was dating a guy named Daryl, and I remember he got a Fendi scarf too, but his was the black with white. And I think it was, I'm pretty sure he had a black with white one. I wore this so much, and I felt like every time I went out, people would say to me, the Fendi scarf again. It's 100% wool also, but it's also kind of stretchy. It didn't feel like wool. So this, if it was a chilly spring night, I was pulling this out. If it was a chilly fall night, I was pulling this out. For 100% sure in the winter, I was pulling this out. I wore this so much, and I think now I pull it out quite a bit. Not as much as I did, back in the day, but it's kind of like my go-to scarf, like, because like the Coach ones, they're wool, but they're not the softest wool. The Fendi one, it's tan. I'm really not wearing tan that much. I usually wear black a lot, so I wear this, and yeah, feel bad for you because I have put this scarf through it over the years, but it still looks great. Not a nick, not a snag. Really, really good quality again from the early 2000s. Now, I did not buy scarves for probably a decade. I wore those that I just showed you for the longest time. We went to Century 21, and I remember coming across these Saint Laurent scarves and lost my mind. I remember I got like this. You guys have probably seen a video with me wearing my mock croc Versace leather jacket. Just Century 21 was it. So I picked these up. I believe the price was $49.99, $59.99. And of course, I got three. I got the beige one, which ironically, out of the ones I'm gonna show you, out of the Saint Laurent ones, this is my most worn. I do not know why. Maybe because I love like winter white, and I don't know. But this is definitely my most worn. I thought the black one would be, which I've worn a lot, but this is it. So this is the beige one, or cream. I also got it in gray, which shockingly, you guys know gray is like one of my favorite colors. I don't reach for this one a lot, if at all. I do not reach for this at all, but it's gray with the lighter gray Yves Saint Laurent insignia there. And then here's the black one. These have all held up really, really good. They are 90% wool and 10% cashmere. And like I said, I've worn the black one. The beige one may have a little bit of fuzz to it, but for the most part, and obviously because it's lighter, it picks up, on hairs and stuff like that. But for the most part, for me to have had these for 12 years and gotten a lot of use out of them, they look pretty damn good. Now, surprise, surprise, these came from TJ Maxx. I remember coming home and looking for these on the internet, and ironically, I came across them on tjmaxx.com. This was way before they did their runway stuff in stores, and their website was really, really good. If I can find the invoice in my office in my book of receipts, you guys know the Bible of receipts, if I can find that receipt, I will pop a clip in of it. And I believe that they were $49 or $59. I got this light gray one. You guys know I love light gray. And much like the dark gray one, I did not wear this. I do not wear this one a lot at all. And then I picked up this green one. Again, I wanted a darker green, could not find the darker green. You guys know I love dark green, but I settled for this one with the blue Saint Laurent insignia. And lastly, I wanted a navy. They did not have navy. And I think the navy one had the navy one had a red Saint Laurent insignia, and I did not like that. So I went with this one, which is light blue with the royal blue YSL. I do not reach for this one, and I do not reach for this one, hardly ever. But I do keep them around. I think the times that I rock this one, it's like if it's the winter and I have on like my navy Versace puffer, which I got from Century 21, and some light colored denim jeans and maybe a white t-shirt or a white long sleeve shirt. I pop this on, some white sneaks, and it just, you know, elevates the look and brightens up a winter look. So those are my Saint Laurent scarves. My most expensive, my most fussy, and my most luxurious scarf in this collection, and it is my Louis Vuitton Logomania scarf that I got, I believe, in 2019 or 20. It had to be 2019 because I took it with me to Paris, I believe, in 2020. So yeah, it pills, it sheds, it snags, it's so fussy, so temperamental, but I love it. And it does feel nice when you wear it. It's made of 94% wool and 6% silk. So it's very soft to the touch. It's the fringe, it's all the vibe. Like, it's a really, really nice scarf. I remember it was a hot item years ago. I still love it. I'm not going to sell it or get rid of it, but I'm just very, very cautious when I wear it because she's fussy. She's a prima donna, but we love her anyway. One of my last scarves that I purchased around my birthday, I believe in 2021, so like 3 years ago, this is the giant Burberry check scarf in navy, and I love it. In all of these scarves, I did have a Burberry scarf years ago. I had a Burberry duffel coat in tan and I had a Burberry scarf, and I just felt like the scarf that I had, like everyone had it back in the day, and you just saw them, you know, and I'm not that person to not want to have what everyone has, but it was just oversaturated. So I know I sold the duffel coat, and I don't know if I returned the scarf right away or I wore it a little bit and then sold it, I can't remember. But I had not had a Burberry scarf in years, in 20-something years, 21, 22 years. But then I saw this giant navy one, and I just fell in love. It is classic check, and if you know, you know, but it's also understated to me at the same time, especially when you have it on and it's wrapped up. It's just a really, really beautiful 100% cashmere scarf, and this is this one and the next one are the only scarves that I have that are 100% cashmere. And last but not least, I wanted to show you guys my Burberry gloves. I forget the name of these. I will leave it right here in the description. I got these, again, when I got that Burberry scarf for my birthday 3 years ago, and they're just so, so, so good. I believe that they're also wool and cashmere with the lining, I know for a fact, I believe is cashmere. I cannot remember, but again, I will leave all the information below. Amazing gloves. I love when this time of year rolls around. I can pop these on and wear them, and they match my scarf. In recent years, I have not seen a Burberry check that I really, really like since, like I said, my hat that I got years ago. And there was something about this deep caramel color. I do know that it's classic Burberry and it's noticeable, but for me, it doesn't feel like it at the same time. I do not know. I love this. I love how dark the red is in it. And it's so soft. Again, I love all the wool scarves that I wore over the years, or the wool and silk ones that were like 6% silk. There's nothing like warm, soft cashmere to rock during the winter months. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for checking out my first installment of Collectionmas. Drop me a like if you liked it. Drop me a comment and let me know which of the scarves you liked. Do you have a lot of scarves? Do you like designer scarves, luxury scarves? What's your flavor? And I will see you guys tomorrow in my next video. Happy Collectionmas, guys.